the internet is down. That is such a common expression, and it's most of the time it's not like joking. Now, when a text says, "Oh shit, the entire internet's down," millions and millions of computers all went down at the same moment, along with switches and routers. The damnedest thing. What were the odds? Okay, now that's a great joke, the first time, but Office it's routine for the network to be down for whatever reason. We're upgrading the switch. We're going to a gigabit switch. You're going to be down for like 5 minutes. There's a lot of downages for data. It's just, and I think part of it is because the users really don't understand the technology, so it's okay. They don't understand why it works. They don't understand how it works. They don't even understand that it works. They just know that I type in my thing on my keyboard and I hit enter, and then they pay me for it. That's it. That's all the user has to know, and I'm cool with that. However, the telephone's been around since the 1800s. Everybody grew up with the telephone being a real tangible item. Now, in 1968, you actually were allowed to put, third-party applications onto your telephone line, like a fax machine, which then led to the divestiture, which I will pleasantly spare you. I could actually go on about the divestiture and the 7 baby bells at length, but I won't. Merry Christmas. Where the hell was I going with that? No matter. All right. Because you can put any damn thing you want on the phone line, you should. However, you shouldn't necessarily let the village idiot install it. I actually turned down a cable service because their technician was too stupid. I couldn't talk him through it over the phone. They called me at work. I'm installing like somebody's LAN. I'm on my Nextel, and I'm explaining to him where my switch is. I'm explaining to him that I currently have Comcast. I describe what the Comcast box looks like. I'm like, it's the one that says Comcast. It's black. There are 6 green lights on it. The first 3 are solid green. The second 2, if they're going from left to right, the second 2 are probably intermittent. The third one might flash periodically, but not necessarily. I'm like, that's my cable modem. The back of that is my cable. You take that box off and put your box on, and take the other end of that wire and put it from Comcast, the little green box, to your little green box. That's what I want you to do. Well, we have these policies and procedures, and we have to go through the checklist. Okay, here's the deal. You're going to do that, and you're going to do it right now. Well, we have these. One of the policies was the switch the router had to be in the same room as a computer. Well, I didn't have a computer in my living room, I'm sorry to say. When I had to call Wide Open West, I shouldn't give them an anti-plug like this, but the hell with them. I called them back. I said, okay, here's what I need you to do. I need you to send me somebody who's heard of, I don't even care if they have certifications. I want someone who's heard of Bixby standards. Bixby is, do you know what the IEEE is? Okay. It's like the phone guy version of that. They have their own independent, incredibly expensive to test out certifications that says, yes, I can wire stuff. I have 2 Bixby points. 2. I'm an Allentel certified Cat 5e installer. I can punch down a wire onto a jack. I didn't actually have to show up for the training. It was held at Gray Bar. I showed up for lunch and to pick up some Cat 5. And I showed up at the end, and he's like, how'd you like the lecture? I'm like, it was good. What's your name? I told him. And I had a little piece of paper. I framed it. It's in my office. It's really, really cheesy. It's next to my Brain Bench certification, which my boss was impressed with. Going back to he's insane. Yeah. For the most part, when you do voice over IP, you have 2 people. You have the telephony guy, a guy like me, who hopefully has heard of a computer and possibly even touched one once. And then you have the data guy, who can tell you what your subnet mask is while drunk, blindfolded, and being beaten with batons. He can calculate bizarre equations, mystically. I have the greatest respect for data guys because I don't understand half of it. I mean, I understand the protocols. I understand the amount of electricity. I can run your cable, but I don't understand what you're doing anything beyond like, well, pretty much anything that involves like more than like 3 seconds worth of intelligent thought. If I had the epiphany in the shower of, holy crap, I got to put the card in the machine. Okay, cool. Beyond that, no. I shouldn't configure your network, and I routinely do it. It's just because everyone else there is stupid, or stupider than I am, which, is not hard to do. I'm not the dumbest person in the world. I'm sure by far not the smartest. But, okay, you have these two groups of people, and they don't like each other. Typically, data people have no respect for the phone guy because, dude, you're doing analog tip and ring. You are so freaking lame. Yeah, why don't you go climb a pole, tough guy? And then the telephony people typically look at the data guy as like, this arrogant little 22-year-old snot who has no idea what the hell he's talking about. Because, well, we typically have no idea what the hell he's talking about, so obviously it's not our fault. Damn it, we're the phone guy. We are gods. Okay, now these two people have to configure the same piece of equipment to work. That's why voice over IP doesn't work. That's why everyone doesn't have voice over IP in their house. Is because people who hate each other have to have lunch and talk about what the hell they're doing. And even if you get it installed somewhat, something goes wrong eventually. Everything goes wrong eventually. It's the law of the universe. You can have like the world's greatest switch, the world's best fiber optic connection, and sooner or later a squirrel's going to chew through your DS1. Why? Because that would suck. But it happens. In that case, it's no big deal. Okay, well, we don't have green lights in the smart jack. Call a phone company, make them fix it. When your internal communications don't work, what happens is, okay, I'm actually certified to install the Nortel BCM, the Business Communication Manager. It's the world's worst IP telephony system on the planet. You know it well. I'm the only non-Ameritech guy in the state who's certified to do it, and it doesn't work. I mean, it does kinda. Like, hey baby, come here often, kinda works. If she's got brain problems, but not usually. So what happens is, okay, so my quality of I get a lot of like latency issues, and you start getting echo. Okay, so you have to, apply echo cancellation. You got to like, tweak your quality of service standards. No big deal. Well, the problem is somebody says, I paid a metric ass load, trademark, of money for this system. Why is it broken? Well, whoever they ask blames the other guy. Well, my SMAC was set, and then he came in and changed it. Now, he came in and changed it because it doesn't work in the default settings. So what happens is, okay, I do my stuff, I do it textbook. You come in, you're like, okay, this doesn't work. Okay, I know if I change his setting to this, okay, I use a different compression ratio, it's all good. If something goes wrong, it's all finger pointing. That's why I'm one of the few people who can play with a phone and a computer at the same time. There's like 10 of us. We're all this lame, by the way. Yeah. Any questions, comments, Rotten Tomatoes? Those attending Atacon, thank you for your money. Suck my nuts. Unless you're Paul, Jody, or Jason, and in which case you guys rock, and everyone else suck my nuts.